happened here.
Safety, technology, even banned books. The Cobb County superintendent speaking out on the hot topics in his district.
He sat down exclusively with Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Beimfohr, and she joins us live at district headquarters in Marietta with more. Chelsea?
Yeah, guys, those are topics that are all on the minds of parents and teachers and students. In our exclusive sit-down interview, the superintendent says this is what he wants families and people to know as the school year unfolds.
We've got the best teachers in the world in Cobb, and they just started, they hit the ground running.
Cobb County Superintendent Chris Ragsdale says the new school year is off to a good start. He sat down with us exclusively Tuesday to address some hot topics in the district, including banned books.
There's been a lot of misinformation out there about exactly what is being removed and for what basis.
There's currently a list of 20 books prohibited from all Cobb school libraries. Some parents argue this is censorship and discrimination because some of the books feature LGBTQ characters and authors of color. The district is facing multiple lawsuits, but Ragsdale says the decision to remove certain books is purely because they contain sexual language or illustrations.
We're not banning or censoring books in any way, shape, or form that we're not banning or censoring rated R movies.
The district is also focused on keeping students physically safe, using weapons detection systems at large-scale events like football games and concerts. Teachers are also equipped with the Centegix crisis management system, essentially panic buttons in the event of a code red emergency. Ragsdale says there's been more safety upgrades to some district buildings too, but that information is under wraps to prevent potential intruders from getting past any barriers.
When we do new construction or renovations, we do modify the front office. We don't really talk about exactly what and where.
And on the technology front, Ragsdale says the district is incorporating new devices this year, like virtual reality goggles, to teach students math and science lessons in a new way. And while some nearby districts, like Marietta schools, are locking up cell phones during the school day, Ragsdale says Cobb has no plans to do that. While cell phones can be a distraction, he says they can also be a helpful tool when used appropriately.
We've had bring your own device for a number of years now, and our teachers utilize both student devices and district devices in the classroom. And just have, I know that our teachers have high expectations.
Ragsdale also added that more books could potentially be removed from their libraries. They're currently in the process of reviewing more than 1 million titles across all of those school libraries in Cobb County. Reporting live from Cobb County School District headquarters, Chelsea Beimfohr, Atlanta News First.
The superintendent's